completed. 1xbet odds in the front of your screen favoring Dosia's side, and Kassad's off to a great start. A double kill on Lord and Nadeking as Sponge comes through with a kill on Dosia. We're down to a 3 versus 2, and Sponge once again chiming in. 2v2 established.
Ooh, and Sponge is going to go all the way back round because he knows he has his teammate cutting off those rotations. And Lagia can't do much about this right now. He's going to have to clear the close corner. Su eventually able to win that fight. And now Victoria is just so far away.
Well, Sponge puts the bomb down inside of the B site. Allows Su to play towards the doors. Victoria is running back to pick up the kit, giving herself a few extra seconds to play with to come back into this B site. You can see Sponge repositioning, just playing for the information. And Su, well, she's playing close door, and Victoria's going to realize that, cleaving away the first, going in on the second as well. Sponge is being tagged up and dropped down to 18 HP and is barely standing, so it comes down to patience. But the kit is the factor, and Sponge peeks out for the headshot, wins it.
Bragging rights, Stinko. And I almost feel like for some of them, that might be more important than everything else at this tournament. Especially considering you got so many ex-pros here.
True,
Refresh.
very true.
Be careful. He's down to half health just from the nades and the mollies.
Good damage being done, softening up their opponents nice and early, and Refresh can't really throw himself into the midst of battle anymore. We'll have to be a little bit more passive as Nadeking's side begin to focus in on B. I'm sure this is where we're going to see the vast majority of the fights come in. There's a boost being assembled at the end of B long right now. Sponge boosting a teammate up. He's going to reposition and play in towards Dropper. He's setting up the flashes. He's going to be the supportive element, setting up the utility, allowing his teammates to shine as we head under the minute mark. Refresh, who received damage early on, is now trying to hold off this drop offensive. 2 players have gone in. He's had to let it go and rely on the teammate of Lagia to try and get something done here as they're trying to maneuver their way into a B split. The CTs have rotated, and they've got a stacked force here to deal with this Hawker.
He almost gets a double, but the dink is not enough. Lackey has arrived to the server. 3 kills to his name. And that puts this round over. And it looked like the CTs had a real concern. Unless you have incredible team play between you, you just see Lackey. They didn't need him in the first couple.
We'll see what he's able to get done here. His AWP is out now. Let's see.
This is
not
a tight
angle.
angle. I don't know, Kassad. I don't know if you've got the reactions.
Oh,
ooh.
The crouch around the corner, unfortunately. He's under a little bit of pressure here. They come around, and Lord overwhelms him. Kassad gets taken out. A little bit unfortunate there to have so many players coming towards his one position, and was just a pixel away, really, from getting that first kill, and that could have changed everything.
This aggression from Refresh. Yeah, that's a positive. This is just so much map control, though. If Refresh can lock this down, and with the M4A4, you got to give him a good chance here at getting some.
He's such a good position, and Sponge goes through first. He gets caught, but great kill. Great trade coming through from Nadeking. Lagia gets aggressive from the CT offensive, and he will be able to pull through onto Su. Now Lord and Nadeking, 2 remaining players, the attacking side, and they caught Dosia looking the wrong way. So it's an easy kill for Lord coming in from the dropper. He will descend into the site, and now it is time for Victoria to ascend the heights. A kill forward onto Lord. Nadeking sends a smoke down, some cover to shield himself off. And Victoria then starts to think about all of the positions that Nadeking has opened himself up to here. He could wrap around the left side of the smoke. He could come around the back side. And when you have an AWP in this kind of position, and you have to worry about so many different angles, it feels very claustrophobic. So Victoria's made the right play. Wrapped around. Doesn't see Nadeking down below her, though. And that has given a kill right back to the King of Nades. He's going to put the bomb down. A chance for Lagia to find the first round for a CT side. But Nadeking takes him out. A 5
board yet. Man, that's a shame.
A couple of links to 1xbet down below the channel. Scroll on down and you can register with the promo code GOATMedia, all capitals, and that will increase the first deposit up to 120%. So head down to the bottom of the Twitch channel, get involved with 1xbet on social platforms and their website, of course. Good start here again for Nadeking. 2 kills picked up, Hawker. Lackey's going to go forward. Su holds off the aggression yet again of Lagia. He's not able to get much done, and Lackey wallbangs through the barrels right onto Dosia. A great way to clear that position without putting yourself at risk. The refresh begins to wonder what is happening. Nadeking were not the favorites coming into this. The storyline was all developed in favor of Dosia. They had so many of these experts. They had so many ideas flowing through the team, but none of it's come together yet.
I think the way Team Nadeking are calling has been really good so far. I think they're just realizing they just want to stick together in a lot of these scenarios and make sure they are just pushing as a team. And the trades have been pretty quick. I think we've seen Sponge definitely have a couple of calls for when to flash his teammates in. And it's just so easy when you hear a flash is coming in for you. Everyone knows when to push then. You kind of don't need to communicate. You just push as soon as the flash they don't know about. Yeah, you need a very good smoke and flash execute to get the bomb down without shots. Oh, and already it will not be happening this time.
Well, a 1-for-1 trade off the get-go here at round 7. xantares holds the long play towards A, and this time he will connect on towards Su. There's no one alongside of her either, so it is an easy kill with no trade potential. Now it's down to Sponge, Lord, and Nadeking to work their way back into this 3 versus 4.
I feel like xantares held a much wider angle that time, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
And now we've got Victoria and Dosia lining up together.
Yeah, this could be devastating. Towards the attack, Sponge goes in, dies first, bomb loose, Lord goes down, and now it's just Nadeking. And we've seen a clutch already for him, but this one...
The map, you can always just fall back. In fact, it's both AWPs on A right now. Nadeking are going to test these snipers.
And Victoria's going to... Oh, missed the shot. I thought for sure she'd have the opening, but under a lot of pressure. Flashes off of the coffins, but it's so much ground being taken right now for Nadeking's side. xantares luckily brings down Sponge. And now xantares wants a bit more action, but this plant spot's ridiculous. xantares did not see the player planting or even crossing because they didn't need to. They planted just on the top of the hill, and now they can play post plant at the bottom of it. It's xantares that comes in again. Lackey goes down. Dosia out of there, and finally xantares, the king of the hill, is down, and Refresh and Lakia coming back through for the retake. Team Dosia have their second.
It's just such a weird bomb site, Niko.
It's so weird,
such a weird bomb site.
We're kind of like eco stacking one bomb site and you go to the other one. Probably the only way that could happen. And they're both on buy rounds here, Hulk, so I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Not likely. Aki's pulled out the sniper now. So it looks like, in general, I think if you don't have an AWPer on the team, the pro will probably pick it up whenever they feel like they can go for that opener. And xantares played this position a couple of times, so Lackey looked ready for it. That smoke is going to allow Lackey to sneak up close. And
Lackey's looking for the old doorway.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist anymore.
Just got to double check. You never know.
xantares stomping around here, though.
Oh, he thinks the molly's keeping him safe, I think. Oh no.
Big scopes. Oh, Lackey goes for the no scope, and oh, he misses. xantares punishes him.
Clearly calculated the whole time.
Sponge's turn, and he hasn't been spotted. Dosia, always a man of the shift key, and Sponge holds, waits for it, and gets his reward a second on a xantares. Brilliant work here from the Australian, and he's in towards the site.
That could be the round-winning play right there. This rotation is not easy. You only have a couple of angles to watch towards, and that smoke will obscure the vision. So bomb planted. Lagia completely caught out by Sponge. He is on fire right now.
Why doesn't he play like this when we play with him? I haven't seen this.
I don't know.
It's been years since we've seen this. Last time he played...
Utility's been pretty decent for Team Nadeking so far, trying to get some of these AWPs off these angles early, but Dosia on the edge of the smoke catches out Sponge, and that is a kill they desperately needed. And now xantares, despite being blind, gets one of his own. Not quite through the smoke. I think they'll just take the kills at this point.
Well, Su brings down a Refresh. Lagia good enough to reply. And Lord actually has a bit of a timing there. Lagia wasn't quite ready, and Lord able to get away with one. The second as he spins back, Dosia caught leaping through the window. And just like that, we're back to a 2 versus 2. And you can reboost yourself back up, dropper now on this version of the map. So you can just reposition really easily and go back outside of the platform. try and enter the B bomb site from long here. There is a smoke and a Molotov left for Lord, but they have to get through the double op setup, and Victoria is the first player holding. No flashes. His timing, look at the timing, Hawkish. She's missed it. Oh, finally! Peaks at the right time, catches Nadeking and brings down the bomb, putting it all onto Lord. The pole and the 1 versus 2.
To do it all by herself. That play to Kassad, though. He's held that same position in pretty much every round, and he's almost always winning that fight. This was well played by Vic.
And as you've said, he's been playing this side of the map quite consistently every time there's been a gun round, so they have to be somewhat ready for it, but they descend off the boost, and Lackey again is stopped by Kassad.
He got that AWP out as soon as he had the opportunity to. You can see why he's landing shots. They're not able to handle him right now.
Well, if you go down to the Twitch chat, you can put !1xbet, giveaway, promo code, show matches, and socials to find everything related to 1xbet. There's plenty going on there. There's giveaways on their social medias. So if you want to see some of that, use the command !1xbet or !giveaway. But look at this from Lord. Giving away 2 kills. Our Kassad and Lagia. Victoria has rotated over, and she was the hero of the last round. She's looking to do it again, but Sue will bring her down and leaving Refresh in a 1 versus 2.
Oh, he's been spotted and tagged through the side of the site. Breaks the vent as a fake. Tries to peek up top, but doesn't get the timing quite right. And now they know where he's dropped from, but he still gets the chance for the one-on-one fight. And now he's got to figure out where Nadeking has disappeared to. He's tucked right back into a far corner, and Refresh is second-guessing himself.
Yeah, it's much easier to be the T in this situation, right? And so many angles he has to worry about. He's not considering the hill, but the ball is planted for the hill. And Nadeking's just tucked. He doesn't even fall for the first one. He goes the second time of asking. Yeah, they're down to around 2k average, so Kassad, first kill is good. And then Lord just kind of hunts him down. There's nowhere you can really fall back from there once you get into that position behind the stables. And Victoria makes the rotate.
Scenario. No, you can kill me for the challenge. I'd take that.
I'd just kill whoever I wanted.
Yeah, you would. You would, wouldn't you?
I'd just blast Kassad's head off or something. Take his AWP. That'd be great. Maybe I'd kill Chad right now. He has Sponge has a MAC-10, so you know, if you are going to kill a teammate, it would be the guy with a MAC-10.
Well, he's going to be going in first out on this B pot. Refresh up close. Sponge jumping in, charging into the bomb site, but 2 kills already go against them. It's a huge lineup for Refresh.
Well, that's a good work. I feel like that's one of the only pieces of it. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there's the team kill.
Lagia offered up to the gods. Let's see. It should be a round win here too. So Victoria's probably just bagged herself another $100. So I'd be doing that. I'd kill my teammate for 1 round for $100.
I feel like if I was Kassad or Dosia, I'd be tempted to also team kill though.
And just win the round.
It cuts into a 2v1.
Give Nadeking the round.
Yeah, then it starts to get scary.
Just bring it down to a 1v1. Well, Nadeking's been in these scenarios before. He's won a clutch already. He's won a couple of them, in fact. And here he goes again. Victoria's AWP brought down, and perhaps she'll start to regret the decision of taking her teammate out if Nadeking can get another one. Rifle set up on the stone, and unfortunately right now for Dosia and Kassad, they're somewhat separated, so they're waiting in that rotation to come back. Nadeking has some time to play with, but not a lot. And he spotted one come out of dropper. Goes back to try and fight that. Trying to turn this into 1v1s, and overextends into the open with a bomb.
We might have another call in mind. Those fast B plays are very possible here on Cobble.
I'll refresh. He's had a moment here before. A couple of rounds ago, he got a 4K from the back of the platform, or a 3. And he's going to look forward again. He's got one onto Sue, hopping over the top, and refresh. He should have been taken down there by Nadeking. But overrun and overwhelmed. 2 players still standing for either side, and Dosia's come in. Nice little snap down to the first. Couldn't quite relocate his crosshair back up to Lackey. Really is yet to impress massively, but he's done a good job to pull this down into a 1v1. Kassad perhaps overextending in the fight. Now it comes down to Dosia, and look how quick that...
But I think it's probably pretty balanced, if I were to guess. Probably find out as the tournament goes on. Right here for Team Nadeking, though, not the best buy into the last round of the half, and it might be that B site again. Victoria spotting them early.
Well, Nade's going forward and taking a bit of health off of her, but she's going to go again, and the no-scope on towards Sue. She stayed alive somehow. She goes around the back, a missed shot. Maybe that one was a little bit easier, but she hasn't been punished yet. And the commitment from Lord into the site has resulted.
We have for this one, but we should get some ecos coming up based on who wins the pistol here. There's Lackey. Instant swing out and a nice shot.
Yeah, good kill from Lackey. Oh, Sponge gets destroyed in this one. Had some pistol success in the first half, but not given that chance here in the second. But Dosia and Victoria pulling it back. Lord getting involved in another one. Quick kills here for Lord. Double headshot. Victoria and Dosia down, leaving Lagia in a 1 versus 2. And so much open space. They know exactly where he is. And he doesn't have anywhere to go. He just has to fight the WSP.
Well, we've got Lackey on the AWP now, so no need to worry about the spray. Sponge trying to sneak through. There are a lot of angles to be scared of here. Oh, and Dose is read like a book.
What do you call that? What is that play, you know?
You're not going to fool Dosia like that. Come on.
I'd get shouted at by him if I did that, I reckon.
I know, right?
Oh, refresh. Good headshot at range. Lackey brought down. An advantage here for Dosia's side.
Big nade from Nadeking. That's what we like to see.
King. Here comes Kassad. Yep, well, you tried. Didn't really work.
Less said about that, the better.
Yeah. Not quite near the head. But Nadeking in a 1 versus 3. I don't think Kassad's going to have too many problems in terms of his team losing this round. Nadeking is so far away that maybe he can find a better weapon on the ground or just run into refresh. Good. It's so good. I love no scoping with a scout, but we'll see if he goes for it. Honestly, the best way to play isn't passively. It's more like you want to kind of like peek with it like an AK, try like one tap. Ooh. Oh. Also, if you're Sponge now and you see the rest of your team dying, the only win you can take from this is a no-scope. So you put a bit of blue tack quickly in the middle of your screen, give yourself a nice little crosshair, and go for it.
That is the classic. It would have been nice if there were some tags landed for him, but it's only Kassad who's taken any damage. So
you just gotta go for the headshot, don't you?
Oh, that's not easy though.
I mean, he has 3 rounds to do it, so just save this one, I guess.
Could just save. I mean, they might hunt him. They shouldn't really if this was a proper game of Counter-Strike, but there is a very real chance Team Dosia just get bored and just decide to push, and that's what they're doing.
He might get... Oh, no, he's not getting anything, is he? Unlucky.
I don't think that could have gone worse for
him. He bought one, and I think that was the first shot he took it the whole round, so a bit unfortunate.
Good effort from Sue. Gets the
scout he had in the previous round. He had the stickers emblazoned from the Titan versus Renegades match.
Oh, yes.
In 2015. Now, he doesn't like to talk.
Yeah. They're a little too pricey for me.
Well, let's see if you can maybe win a giveaway of some of those skins. And speaking of giveaway, you guys can get involved with one. If you go in towards the chat, ! giveaway, or if you go over to the socials of 1xbet, you can find yourself some awesome challenges. You'll find some giveaways going on there too. And if you go over to 1xbet, you can register with the promo code GOATMedia. That will increase your first deposit up to 120%. You can find all the links at the bottom of the Twitch channel you're currently watching.
Nadeking with an early smoke kill at the start of this round. A pretty important gun round between these two teams. Such a tight game. I think the challenges will become less and less important. Both teams want the win right now, and it's looking fantastic for Team Nadeking. Lord able to find a sneaky angle behind the smoke. Refresh and Lagia have a lot to do here.
Well, Lagia had a bit of a fight, but Sponge has been boosted up over the top of Dropper, and he might get a quick flank going, and he does.
We'll see. We'll need an elaborate fake to pull this off. We've got 3 CTs starting on A and some aggression out long, but that has been shut down. I feel like Kassad's got all his kills with the AWP, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. Looking great. He's going to go... Oh, I thought he was about to get away with that one too, but just running forward. Dosia, I don't know how he stays alive, but he does. Nadeking taken out, and now Victoria getting real spicy with this play. Goes for the smoke. Oh, Sponge considers it though. Turns back, catches Victoria, brings her down, and that's unfortunate. I thought for sure that was about to be Victoria's kill. Sponge has to realize now that the B side has been compromised. Ball will be planted. No challenge will be coming through. But it is a winnable round for the retake. But Lord is so far away, Hawker. Look how far away he is for this. And Dosia is watching for him.
Oh, Dosia just hears these steps. He's waiting. This surely should be free, but it's a leg shot. No! And Lord turns it around.
How has he got away with that?
No.
And Sponge is coming around the backside. He has a chance now. It's just Refresh. And luckily, Refresh able to hold on. And Lord is so far away that he can't do anything about it. But that could have been something, all right.
I wonder if Team Dosia thought Nadeking was saving because they saw Lord so far away. And then they almost got... Oh, man. This was Kassad early, though. Got the first kill, then jumped out. Spotted the second player. Spotted that aggression. It was an attempt at a switch and setup. It's a good shot from Lord, to give him credit, but that Goatly.
Oh, yeah, this has been a great one. And it's probably the least expected competitive game, honestly. When you look at Team Dosia, I thought for sure they have the better squad. They have the more firepower, but Team Nadeking have played some good CS across the board. They remain competitive and get off to a very good start. But it's not over yet. It can certainly go out the other way. Lord making some noise, trying to fake out the boost. Lagia confirms that there has been no boost up. He's got Refresh alongside of him too, so this could be a deadly duo to try and take dropper control. Nades go down. Sponge has been pulled over. He's got the scout out. So he's able to get something done in this round. Not able to connect the shot. Lord forced away with the Molotov too. And Sponge goes back into the window, and this time punished.
He had an opportunity briefly there, but didn't have the reaction time to be able to win that fight against Refresh, who was holding for it. Nadeking still playing passively. They've given up this drop position. They're really heavily focused towards drop right now, though. Lord is going to try and swing, but Refresh with another headshot. And now this B site is crumbling. Lackey can only get a single kill. And this retake looks very difficult, but more doable. Thanks to that kill from Su. That might tempt them into this retake.
It might do exactly that, but they'll have to move a little bit quicker than they have in previous rounds if they want to be successful in making this retake happen. They're both coming in from the same position. Kassad is set up for at least the first kill. He's got Nadeking coming around the corner. Kassad does get that first kill, and with that confirmed, it should really leave no opportunity.
Former Renegades enjoyer, Kassad.
The boys. Oh, Nadeking swings out a drop with a 5-7. Now, Lackey is in there too, so I don't know if they're going to be expecting a second player to be there after clearing one out so quickly, but Kassad seems to consider this as a possibility because of the pistols, and he's waiting for it. In fact, Sponge is going up too. Oh, he's heard the smoke that he picked up there.
Dink landed on long. Lord also looking to put his 5-7 to use.
Look
and
at
Lackey
this.
has actually caught them from behind.
They're so low as well, so the PT-50 can do even more, but Dosia arrives. And he stops that one from getting out of hand, but it's Su's turn. Oh, it comes down to the timing. We'd love to find one of the low HP players. She doesn't peek. She lets Sponge make the first move. Coming in from drop. He's actually beyond the Molotov, so they won't be able to hear him, and he's quickly on the flank. Lord needed to stay alive, unfortunately, but the AK's been pulled, and they all line up for Sponge. Gets one. Luckily, it was the high HP player, which leaves two wounded beasts left into this 2v2. Sponge comes barreling through the doors back into the site. The chance here, Lakia overextends, but Sponge does not connect the single bullet required. His teammates coming on over. Su slow on the flank from long, but might just get enough here. Refresh is down. It's all in Lakia. And Su comes in with a double to sweep them under the rug. Nadeking's side come out on top with the pistols. And Su is just incredible. 24 kills, 16 deaths right now.
Yeah, she's having a great game. And I love that Team Nadeking continue to have ideas and have plans working together, even in these sorts of rounds.
Oh, Lord, good pick.
Such a hard angle.
Stands no chance. Yeah, that's really difficult to be able to land anything other than the leg shot, but he gets away with it.
Su just staring straight at her teammates. Flash there, unfortunately. Definitely heard Dosia jumping. earlier. And Dosia currently has the bomb, so he needs to be a little careful. It's a much more considered approach from Team Dosia in this round, but Dosia's still sticking with the bomb alone at mid right now. If they set up this A play, that could be concerning because Su is just fully focused there.
The Lord goes back into the peak. We missed it from his perspective, but Kassad takes him down. So a really important rifle win that for Kassad. And Su, who has been the heaviest hitter, looks to go again. Dosia looks to clear the position, but Su still wins the duel and gets away before the peak comes in. And so a bomb is down at the bottom of the hill, and they have to come and fight. Su looked for an angle, but Victoria's cutting rotations. The CT's trying to get back, and Victoria's giving herself a chance to get in around the back side of him. And now it's Lackey in a 1 versus 2. 25 seconds. He's collected one already in this round, but would need to triple to get the round win.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see her leading the lines in this one. Nadeking also with an MP9 of his own. The early mid utility should keep Team Dosia at bay at the start of this round.
Well, all the hard work put in by Nadeking's side at the beginning of this game might come crumbling down. Sponge misses the first shot on the long peak. There's not a lot of cover when you miss that first shot. You either go aggressive or you just hold the same angle, and this feels so uncomfortable for an AWPer. So Sponge is deciding to get aggressive with the AWP and try and get away with a kill. Spots the barrel of Kassad, knows he can hold forward, but knows to play tucked in the left corner, and Sponge goes for it. Comes out on top of that fight, and now Kassad's turn to run him down. And as I said, nowhere to run away. You have to stay committed with this AWP, and he's going to go again. Sponge goes again, and the AWP gets a second. Kassad down this time, and a 5 versus 3 setup.
And the going gets tough. Sponge pulls out the sniper and shows us what he can do with it. 37 seconds for Team Dosia to bring this back, but they're locked in. You can see the flank is coming through, and that's going to make this even more tricky to try and breach this bomb site. Oh, it's the USP. Tickling Legia from behind and pretty much confirming this round will go the way of Team Nadeking. And it's the AWP at some point. Could happen. Would put it past Sponge to get taken out. Here comes Legia. Oh, trying to go quickly. And the swing comes into refresh. Good trade from Lackey. They needed that to stay on top. That advantage retained, and there is Sponge. Scoped with that AWP. That's going to send Team Dosia away. They only have rifles. They're going to look elsewhere, and Su just made noise, but Dosia still unable to win that fight. Team Dosia looking like they're in trouble now.
The flash being set up here for Nadeking to go around the corner, and he catches 2 players. I surely thought he was about to get at least 1, but maybe even 2 as they lined up, but there's a chance. And Sponge comes swinging out. AWP cleans up. Saad doing pretty well too. 19 kills for him. On that front, Dosia has been a little quieter than I expected. And here goes Nadeking looking to hold. He got caught again. And with the nades out, maybe relying too much on the nades. And Victoria's coming through with a MAC-10.
This angle from Su staying in the corner. Almost got the lineup, but gets a teammate to help instead.
Yeah, good work coming in. It's just Kassad. Left index and no scope.